Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Myanmar's military has warned protesters across the country that they could face up to 20 years in prison. Despite the warning, demonstrators in Myanmar's largest city of Yangon surrounded the headquarters of detained leader Aung San Suu Kyi's National League for Democracy earlier. There have been reports of live bullets being used and images on social media of plainclothed police officers carrying high-powered weapons, raising fears of a brutal crackdown on demonstrators. The ruling military, who arrested Aung San Suu Kyi and other leaders 2 weeks ago, are also regularly shutting down access to the internet and telecommunications, making it near impossible for people to communicate. Ms Suu Kyi's lawyer, seen here arriving at court earlier, said she will be detained for a further 2 days before being tried via video link at a court in the capital, Naypyidaw, on Wednesday. President Joe Biden is expected to quickly press for passing his $1.9 trillion stimulus bill as Trump's impeachment trial ended.
Making sure we give them enough capacity to deal with the virus.
Biden's team is pushing lawmakers for quick action when senators return from a week-long recess after the trial and acquittal of the former president.
Senators not to convict Donald Trump, despite the overwhelming evidence.
House committees have already been debating parts of the coronavirus relief legislation that Mr. Biden calls the American Rescue Plan.
I think the federal government has a major role to play here.
The stimulus bill is part of a bigger agenda that includes infrastructure, immigration, criminal justice reform, climate change and healthcare. Investigators from the World Health Organization have discovered signs that the outbreak in Wuhan in December 2019 was much more widespread than previously thought. The team that arrived in China to investigate the origins of the pandemic has found several signs of a more wide-ranging spread, including establishing for the first time that there had been over a dozen strains of the virus in Wuhan already in December. The World Health Organization team is now seeking access to hundreds of blood samples of patients from the early phase of the outbreak in the city. Newspapers, magazines and TV shows around the world have been covering the news that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are expecting their second child. Most of the coverage has been favourable and happy in tone, with the announcement coming on Valentine's Day, the same day Diana revealed she was pregnant with Harry. But some UK media accused the couple of hypocrisy after they won a court case last week which ruled that Meghan's privacy had been breached by the press. The announcement on Sunday night was accompanied by a black and white photograph of Meghan lying on the grass with Harry barefoot. The pair stepped back from royal duties in January last year and moved with their first son Archie to Southern California. South Africa's former president Jacob Zuma has not shown up for an inquiry into corruption during his time in office.
Mr. Zuma is guilty of contempt of court.
Despite the country's top court ordering him to appear, Mr. Zuma has said through his lawyers that he would not attend this week.
Our client will not be appearing before the Commission on 15 to 19 February 2021.
The inquiry is probing allegations of high-level graft during Zuma's 9 years in power from 2009 to 2018. The former president has denied any wrongdoing. A plane carrying Zimbabwe's first coronavirus vaccines has arrived in the country. The shipment of 200,000 doses has been donated by China and a further 600,000 doses are set to arrive in early March. Zimbabwe has set aside $100 million for vaccine procurement and is looking to buy 20 million doses in efforts to immunise about 60% of its population.
The vaccine also offers the possibility that our people...
Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, head of the delegation receiving the vaccines, has said frontline health workers would be the first to be vaccinated. Thousands of Haitians have rallied in the streets of the capital Port-au-Prince to demand an end to President Jovenel Moïse's term in office. The Caribbean nation has been plunged into turmoil amid a dispute between Moïse's government and the opposition over when the president's term is supposed to end. Protests have been largely peaceful, although images show barricades set on fire and police firing tear gas and rubber bullets. And finally, a South African hotel has started to use robots to adhere to strict COVID-19 protocols.
Welcome to Hotel Sky.
The Hotel Sky in Johannesburg has launched the use of automated attendants. The robots, called Lexi, Mika and Ariel, can deliver room service, provide travel information and drag up to 300 kilograms of luggage from the lobby to the rooms. If the hotel receives a guest at high risk from severe COVID-19 symptoms, The robots could be deployed instead of people as precaution. This is the first time that robots are being employed in a hotel in Africa. And that's your international news around the world in 5. And now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.